What you see on the screen is the Betafpv Meteor 75. A small drone using a 1S battery with integrated ExpressLRS. And this is one of the points why I'm very interested in this drone, because it has ExpressLRS integrated in the all-in-one card. The Meteor 75 is a little bit bigger than the drones that I've been flying lately. I recently reviewed the iFlight Baby Nazco 73, which is 73 millimeters from motor to motor. But this one, the Meteor 75, as the name says it, it's 75 millimeters. Also, if you compare this one, for example, with the Mobula 6, the Mobula 6 is 63 or 65 millimeters, and this one is still a little bit bigger than that. I have to admit that I've been disappointed by Betafpv a few times with hardware issues and customer support issues as well. The only thing that has worked so far flawlessly is the ExpressLRS receivers that I got from them. But now I have this drone, and I have to be honest, I'm quite impressed with it. The first thing that I have to say is that they did a good package. The box, nice, zipper, which means that you can reuse this box all the time. Inside you have some propellers. You have this small screwdriver to remove the canopy. You have this card with some support information from Betafpv. The USB cable, USB-A to USB-C, which you can use for the charger. Then you have the batteries. It comes with 2 batteries in the box, 450 mAh with the BT 2.0 connector in it. And then one of the things that I like the most from Betafpv new drones is this charger. It's very small, well designed, and the cool thing is that it's a charger and at the same time it's a battery tester. So what I'm doing with it is that after flying, I charge a little bit my batteries to get them to storage. And it's very easy to see with this one when you are in that point. That's gonna extend the life of my batteries a little bit, which I appreciate. Then of course we have the drone itself, small plastic body. The canopy is quite hard, which means that it's going to resist crashes. It reminds me of the Cetus canopy, and that one I have hit many times and nothing has happened. The camera angle is fixed, but it's not very aggressive. Something around maybe 35 degrees. I think it's the right position for a lot of new pilots that wants to try this indoor. For a drone like this one, which has prop guards and is meant to fly indoors, you can't have very aggressive angle on the camera, because then that forces you to go faster. And if you don't have a lot of space or a lot of experience, then that's going to be a little bit of a problem for you when flying indoors through a lot of objects and maybe under tables and that kind of things. As I said in the beginning, this drone has ExpressLRS integrated, which is something that I'm applaud from Betafpv. I have to say that they are one of the first manufacturers pushing very hard ExpressLRS. In the card, in the receivers, in the transmitters, they even have a radio with ExpressLRS native, which is something that I like quite a lot from them. Normally, in order to run ExpressLRS, you need an external module, something like this one that I have here from Nanimno. This is a full-size ExpressLRS module, or you can also use a light side like this one from Betafpv. This one is normally for radios like the Jumper or the Tango 2, but you can also have an adapter, and you can use this one on regular big JR base. The Meteor 75 has ExpressLRS as an SPI receiver, which means that it's in the board, it's not a separate card. And there is a special procedure or a different procedure to bind those kind of receivers than if you had it in an external card. It's very simple. I have another video that I can put in the description of this video so you can go and check how to do it. But I can tell you this, one of the things that I like quite a lot from ExpressLRS is that because how it works, I don't need to turn on my radio in order to bind this drone with the radio. I just need to connect the drone to Betafpv, add my passphrase to it, and the next time that I start the drone and the remote, they're gonna be bound. For me, that's something that is pretty cool from ExpressLRS, and I like it quite a lot. So what about flying this drone? Actually, if I would have to buy a drone to fly indoors during the winter or generally any time, this drone ticks all the boxes. It's stable, it flies nice, it's not very aggressive on the camera angle, so you can have control over it. It uses 1S batteries, which is something that I find interesting when you are flying indoors. It has Express LRS, and the bigger size makes it good for flying outdoors as well. Is this a drone that you will be using to do a lot of freestyle and be outside fighting against the wind and these kind of things? No, I don't think so. This is the kind of drone that someone that is kind of new to the hobby will enjoy flying indoors, because you can crash, you can come to different things and kind of be sure that nothing is going to happen to your drone or to the object that you hit. It has a lot of control, so you can practice a little bit how to maneuver with the drone, go through gaps and go under things and go over things. These kind of things is what this drone is good for. But if you're flying because you want to do freestyle tricks and those kind of things, not sure this is the drone. I would say that something like the Firefly from Flywoo or the Baby Nazgul from iFlight, the one that I reviewed recently, those ones are much more freestyle drones than something like this one. But I'm liking this drone quite a lot to fly in my house. Right now it's winter here, it's cold outside, I don't have a lot of opportunities to go out to fly, but this one is very easy. The batteries charge quite fast with the USB charger that we have here, and I can go around. It takes around, like each battery give me around 4 minutes of flight time, which is decent, is something good. Again, it's not like the Firefly that gives me like 8 minutes per battery, but it's still quite good. It's an amount that it's enough to fly indoors nicely. The camera in these drones is nothing special. It's, as all these small 1S drones, it's an analog drone, which the image quality is not going to be perfect. The VTX range is actually quite decent. It gives me enough to go all around my house, outside, behind the garage, and it still works. So on that side, I'm happy. I can fly it, I have visibility, I have good range, not a big issue, not an issue at all on that side. So I'm liking this drone. My cat is also liking it. Every time that I turn it on, she comes running and wants to just bite and play with the drone. Something to think about when you are buying a Betafpv drone is that they use this BT 2.0 connector, the batteries also. And that means that if you are getting this, you have to get those batteries that work with this connector, and it means that you have to buy a lot of batteries just specifically for Betafpv. So if you have some other drones which are using PH2, for example, and you already have batteries for those ones, and you get something like this, then you're gonna have to buy new batteries that will work just in this one. A lot of people say that this connector is much better than a PH2, and I can agree with that, but you also have to think about what you already own. Would I buy this drone over a Mobile 6 if I want just to fly indoors? I don't think so. And the main reason why is because I'm scared of Betafpv hardware, to be honest. If you're lucky and you get a good one, you're in for a fun ride. But the chances of getting a problem with your drone, with your hardware, they are quite high, and Betafpv customer service is known not to be the best one in the world. So I had much better experience with my Mobula 6. It flies very well, it has longer times. But if you get this one, if you have access to this one and not to Mobula, it's pretty good. It's something like saying there is nothing wrong about this drone. It's just they are better drones. Well, this is what I have for today. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment area. I'm more than happy to answer you or just to discuss anything around this drone with you. I hope you enjoy watching this video and see you soon. Thank you.